Hello everybody. How is everybody? I'm trying to flip the camera, but it doesn't seem to want to flip. Interesting. Guess we're just gonna be backwards today. Hopefully everyone is gonna be on soon. I'm gonna go ahead and share this live video on Facebook. We have kind of a full house today, so we're gonna have some random noises here and there. Some dogs, some humans, my brother's here, my friend Bria's here, and her puppy. I, for some reason, don't see my live video. Hi everybody, looks like I have one viewer, so the video exists. Let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna share it to my page. How's everyone doing? This doesn't want to work. Hello. How is everyone? Everyone that jumps on, just share the live video so we have some people come on with us. I can hear myself on the other video. Let me remind my husband to share it. I think my friend Bria is already doing it. Super delayed on my end. All right, so we can see Bree Saller is watching. All right, hello everybody. How is everyone? I have 4 watching. 2 of them are in my house right now. That's not a good sign. How is everybody? I'm gonna take some time to wait for people to jump on here before I jump into the recipe. Hi Jamie, how are you? How is the family? We want to preheat our ovens to 400, so if you're jumping on right now and you're cooking with me, pop over to your oven and heat it to 400. I have had mine on for like 10-15 minutes now because my oven takes forever to get to temperature and I don't ever like when it slows me down. Thank you for sharing it on What's for Dinner. You guys, if you are ever interested in food porn or seeing what people are making for dinner and asking for recipes and kind of like a really all-around good food page to follow on Facebook, it's What's for Dinner with 1 question mark. There's another page out there with a bunch of question marks. This is just What's for Dinner, 1 question mark. It seems to be a lot of like Midwestern food, like Nefla and some really like warm hot dishes and stuff like that. So if you like that kind of thing, follow this page. Super awesome. They've been really supportive with my group, my page that I made. I am, for whatever reason, extra nervous tonight. I have no idea why, but the nerves have just gotten to me today. Hi everybody. If you are cooking with me, preheat your oven to 400. This seems to have quit on me. My light in my kitchen isn't very good. We just have 1 downward light in here for this whole kitchen space. So thankfully, I have a light with my tripod, but it decided to turn off. There we go. Let there be light. Hi Charity, how are you? Hi Lexi, how was your day? The boys seem to have fun with their dad today, so they probably missed daycare, but they were excited to spend time with him. Okay, so if you're cooking with me, preheat your oven to 400. Hi Macy, thanks for tuning in again. Sam, how are you? Hi Tia, how are you? You know, if you are cooking with me today, maybe just say cooking, or if you're just watching today, just say watching, so I know who to bug for conversation and who to leave alone because they're busy cooking with me. I'm super excited about tonight's meal. It's Firecracker Chicken. The best way I can describe it is it's like a General Tso's chicken, but spicy. So with that, I decided to kind of change it up tonight, and I'll be doing a side dish with my meal, which I think is maybe why I'm extra nervous, is because there's more steps and more stuff to make, but I'm excited. So I'm excited about that. So let's get started on our chicken. If you jump on this video and you are a few steps behind, just let me know. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Tonka. I appreciate all your support. You've been so awesome. So preheat your oven to 400, and then we're gonna start. My awesome friend Alex, she works for Hainsworth Consulting, and she made these awesome recipe cards. So I printed it out. Woo. Super awesome. You just fold it in half and then you can just set it on your counter and read it, and I mean, it's awesome. She's the best, and she did it without me even saying anything. Sloppy joes for dinner. But you know what is weird? I've probably had a million sloppy joes in my life, but I have never ever made them. I'm not even really sure, other than like sloppy joe mix, how you make sloppy joes. So that would be kind of a fun thing to learn. Okay, so preheated my oven to 400. Now I'm gonna prep the sauce that's gonna go on the chicken. I will warn you tonight, if you are watching me do the measurements and not what I'm saying, I am doubling my recipe because of how many people are here, and hopefully so we can have some leftovers. Hi Crystal, how are you? So I'm going to start making my sauce. We're just going to combine all the ingredients together in a medium-sized bowl and set it to the side. We don't need it right away. So for the sauce, we need half a cup of buffalo sauce. When I was at the store this week buying my ingredients, I wasn't sure how much buffalo sauce they had left in my house, so I did buy a bottle of Frank's sauce. It comes in a cute little size that is half of a cup basically, but I did have some open already that I am going to use. Sweet Baby Ray's makes a buffalo sauce as well, and I really enjoy it. So we're going to do half a cup of buffalo sauce. If you are doubling your recipe like I am, we're going to be doing a full cup. So we do buffalo sauce. I'm going to grab a spatula before I make a mess. This. All right, so we have our buffalo sauce. We're gonna do 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Like I said, I'm gonna be doubling my recipe, so when you see me put mounds of brown sugar in my bowl, that's why. What I like about this recipe is with the brown sugar and the buffalo sauce, it really counteracts that kick that buffalo sauce has, so it's not super overpowering. If you are making this for your family and you do have smaller kids, I would recommend, since the buffalo sauce is a necessity, the red pepper flakes aren't. So if you're trying to cut down the spice a little bit, just skip the red pepper flakes or use less of them, and it will help really lessen the heat from your buffalo sauce. So we're gonna do 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. So I'm gonna do a cup because I am doubling my recipe. So I'm gonna do a 1.5 cups of brown sugar for mine since I am doubling it. How is everyone today? Kind of quiet. Hi Sheila, how are you? Are you baking with me today? If you are, the only steps you've missed so far, we're gonna preheat our oven to 400, and we have started making our sauce. I've added my buffalo sauce and I just put my brown sugar in. So if you just popped on and are cooking with me, that's all you've missed. Preheating your oven, and we have started making our sauce and are on the second ingredient. So, hi Bree, how are you? Josh, nice to see you. Like I said, for whatever reason, I'm extra nervous today, so if I seem kind of spacey or fidgety, that's why. I'm not sure why. I think I am just kind of nervous because there's more people on watching me now, and so I'm nervous in that sense, but just bear with me. I'll get over it, I'm sure. All right, so I did 1.5 cups of brown sugar because I am doubling my recipe. If you are not doubling your recipe, please only use 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Don't mean to confuse you. I should probably stop doubling it out loud so that you guys don't get confused. You cooking dinner for the kiddos? What are you making? Are you cooking with me tonight? Are you making your amazing spaghetti? I know you guys really like that, and I do too. So we got the brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. I just got like the off-brand apple cider vinegar at the grocery store. It's super cheap, nice, cost-effective. So 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna grab my teaspoon out of the cupboard. My brother is here today at the house, which is exciting. I think that might be making me more nervous too. He's my big brother and I look up to him, so I get kind of nervous around him. So you're gonna do 2 teaspoons. Again, if you watch me put extra in, it is because I am doubling my recipe. I want to have lots of extras to enjoy. It reheats really well. So, sloppy joes. Oh, you're the second person making sloppy joes today. That's funny. I wonder if it's a craving people are having. Yeah, Sketty favorite. Yeah, it is a staple in your house. I feel like you've had it every time I've been to your house. Not a problem. I love it. And garlic bread, yummy. Okay, so we have our apple cider vinegar. We're going to do our salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon. I thought I had taken all of my measurements out, but apparently not. So we're going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 of red pepper flakes. Remember, if you want it to be a little less spicy, just skip the red pepper flakes altogether, or just use a little bit of them, or you could even add them on after we've baked them. As you serve it, you can add red pepper flakes. So you're going to do 1/4 of salt, 1/4 of red pepper flakes. Sloppy joes. Hi, Andrea, how are you? All right, so now we've got all of those ingredients in there. We are going to stir them together. With that brown sugar in there, it gets to be a nice, nice warm color. How's it going, Bree?
Good.
Good. Just taking the pup out. She's got a cute little corgi puppy that she was in my video last week. I was at my friend Bree's house waiting to get my kids and posted a video, and she had her corgi there. So you guys may have met her already. Her name's Cardi B and she is so cute. But she came over today to play with my babies, my 2 puppies. So she's going outside. I miss you too. Please come over for food. People keep saying that and nobody keeps showing up. So I'll just keep making food and hope that guests come over. Okay, so we have that sauce all made up and it just says set it aside. We don't need it right away. Just needs to be mixed up and mixed together. So now we're gonna prep the chicken. And it says in a large bowl or in a plastic bag. I have found that it's easier to toss the chicken in a plastic bag than it is to toss it in a bowl. I did decide today to, instead of using chicken breast, I'm gonna use some chicken thighs. What I like about that is definitely the darker meat. It's moist, it stays really moist and nice when you cook it. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Cup? Hey, Rory, does Grayson have a cup already? He's over here trying to get himself a cup. He's so independent. He's my 2-year-old, and if he can do something by himself, he's gonna do it. Don't slow him down. So, I am going to use chicken thighs today so that they are a little juicier. So we're gonna take it. We are going to, I haven't done it yet, but they are going to be cut into 1-inch cubes. You don't need to get out something to measure it. You don't really need to get super scientific about it. The best way I think of it is, what size piece of chicken would you like to come across if you were eating like Chinese food fried chicken, like orange peel chicken or General Tso's? And just make sure you don't cut them too small, because then it's mostly breading and not chicken. And I just prefer it. It's a little better than that. I'm sure everybody knows the safety of handling chicken, but just in case you don't, just make sure when you are done cutting these strips and tossing the chicken and things like that, that you do wash your hands and the area that you're working with thoroughly, just so that nobody gets sick. We don't want salmonella or anything like that. So what I'm going to go through, kind of trim off some of the bad parts of the chicken that are a little fatty or veiny, and then cut it into 1-inch cubes. And then I will put it in my plastic bag. So I have about 12 people watching right now. What is everybody up to? How's everybody's week been? Mine, I feel like, has been super busy. Been running around all day with errands and stuff like that. So, super busy. How is everyone else? So, I'm going to keep cutting it. Like I said, cut it into size pieces that you would like to run into. If they are thicker, nice, the better, the bigger pieces, the more hearty. Just not too big so that when we fry them in our pan, they don't take a long time. That's our only concern. But with me using chicken thighs, I am gonna cut off some of the fattier parts so that my family doesn't have to eat it. So, kind of got a quiet crowd, so I'm going to assume quiet means that you're baking with me and your hands are chicken deep and you can't type, and I'm okay with that. I'm excited. I hope tonight that we are able to gain enough viewers that I can do a giveaway. At 25 viewers, I want to stop what I'm doing, as long as it's not handling raw chicken, and get everybody's name, have everybody comment their name, and I will put their name into my spinning wheel and we will have a winner. Andrew won 2 weeks ago, and he posted the other day his gift that he had won, which was super exciting. My dad actually won last week, and he sent me a picture today to post for him. So I'll jump on his Facebook later and post the picture. I am open to ideas for when I should cook dinner next. I'm open to ideas. Thanks, Bree. I am really nervous tonight. I don't know what it is. I want you guys to comment, you know, what I should make for dessert next, what day I should make it. I am running into more and more people in town that Thursday nights just really don't work for their family, which makes me sad. So, if Thursday isn't the best day, I am open to when would be the best time and day for you guys. This is about you guys. Obviously, I enjoy it and it's fun for me, but I can cook for my family every day of the week. So, if this doesn't work for you, what day works better? Or if this day works for you, what should we make next? Dessert. There, I was getting my hair done today, and my hairdresser Evelyn and I were talking, and I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should make a better than sex poke cake. Well, she's like, you know, I really don't like that cake because I really don't like caramel and I'm not a huge chocolate fan. So we got to talking about what dessert I should make next, and I showed her some pictures of a lemon and blueberry poke cake I had made this summer for my mom, and her and a couple of her coworkers agreed that it looked really good. So I was thinking maybe I'll do that this weekend. Maybe I'll take a weekend off if people are busy. I just don't know. I am open to suggestions. I'm just talking to myself. Cheesecake. What kind of cheesecake? Hey, Bree, do you still have, what was it? Some kind of cookware of mine. I think it was a pie pan, maybe? I don't remember. I feel like I made something for your fiance, and then I think I made something for Vaughn and his family, and then you ended up with both of the cookware. I don't know. It was probably over 1.5 years ago now, so if you don't have it, I would not be surprised. Oh, you do. I think it's just boys watching. Yeah, my husband and my brother are just hanging out, it looks like.
Mario Kart.
Playing Mario Kart. Being grown-up kids. Nice, Bree. I'm glad you still have them. I love all cheesecake. Well, I could keep it simple and just do a basic cheesecake, or we could do like a holiday cheesecake, and do like a pumpkin spice, or yeah, I want to say I made an eggnog cheesecake last year, and I did just buy new eggnog at the store today, so we could do that. I am open to ideas. I've decided that cooking these chicken thighs is a lot more work to cut up. With the chicken breasts, you can just kind of cut them up and away you go. where these chicken thighs take a little more finesse to get the good parts of the chicken, but we will survive. I've got enough of it to pick and choose what to use. Like I said, I did double the recipe, so I've got about 3 pounds, a little more than 3 pounds of chicken. You just don't like nuts. I don't either, Brie. I don't think they deserve to be in desserts ever. And I feel like every dessert recipe my grandma Pat ever made always had nuts on top, and it always made me so sad as a kid, because of course as a kid I was dramatic and just couldn't possibly take the nuts off, and it wouldn't taste the same, and I was dramatic, of course. But now as an adult, even picking it off is hard work, so I'd rather just not add them. All right, hopefully I'm almost done with this. All right, cut some of these pieces off again. Should have hired my husband to help do this part.
Hired me.
Yeah, my hands are getting tired slicing through these chicken thighs. My thumb ring keeps hurting my hand. How is everyone doing? I just feel so nervous today. Nope, never. My grandma always made them on every dessert. Yeah, it's really sad. I feel like most grandmas do that. It was just the way of the world. You add walnuts and cashews and pecans to everything. I love pecan pie without the pecans. I like just the inside part, which is basically like just brown sugar and corn syrup, but I don't like pecans. Hi Chase, how are you? How is your little one? All right, I am hopefully almost done. Everybody's being wild and crazy in the living room.
Cut some.
Yeah, I just trying to, it's hard to figure out what I should cut and what I shouldn't, so keep putting them in the bag. I'm gonna wash my hands off really quick and then we're gonna move on to the next step. Wash my hands off. I'm going to move to the next step. Since I am doubling my recipe, I'm not going to be able to put all the chicken in the skillet anyway right away. So my husband helping me out is awesome. Okay, next step. We are going to add all our chicken to a plastic bowl or a bag. And we're going to add this cornstarch, salt, and pepper. So we need 2/3 a cup of cornstarch. So we'll do this, 2/3, kind of smooth it out, kind of sprinkle it into the bowl. What I do is I do a little bit of cornstarch and I toss it around a little bit, and then I add the next third of it so that it doesn't get hard to mix together. So I'm going to do that. What I do when I use it in a bag is I seal it with some air in it so that when you toss it around, you can make a nice bubble and shake it. This is why I prefer it over a bowl, because you can't do this. You can't get a nice good shake on it, a good coat to it. He's smirking and giggling at me. I'm not sure why. Probably because he's never watched me cook. Charity Hatley, your
Seen me cook many times.
Charity Hatley, you know, your coworker or old coworker. Yep. His wife says hi.
Hi, Charity.
And Bree Twitch says hi.
Hi, Bree.
So my last video I did, Rory was right there in the beginning. He was right there in the beginning and he was making himself coffee. Well, somebody was watching the show After it had already posted and probably knew nothing about me because we didn't have any mutual friends in it, and she left a comment saying, "Tell your son to pull his pants up." I about died laughing. It was hilarious because my husband has a really bad habit of sagging his pants, and to have a stranger say that he was my son and that he was sagging his pants made my day.
Do what I want.
I laughed so hard. Okay, so I have the cornstarch in there for now, and then we're gonna do a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. I just have my teaspoon here, my half a teaspoon, so I'm just gonna do, hopefully there will be, I'm doing my double recipe, remember? So just be careful, don't add that much salt to yours. I am doubling my recipe. I am. And then our black pepper. We want a teaspoon of black pepper as well. Again, if you don't want it super spicy for your younger kids, just don't do as much black pepper. That will also help with a little bit of the spice. So, this measuring spoon does not want to work in this container.
Big.
Too small, and then it I can't scrape the top off. There we go. So, or my pepper is just too empty. I think that's my main issue. I have to get the right angle to be able to scoop it and then be able to smooth it on the top. My hand just keeps getting stuck. Okay. Hi Terry, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to? Welcome to my cooking show. Brand new, so if it seems a little new and sketchy, that's why. Better than Jordan, he would tell me I'm on my own when it came to cooking. I can't tell if he has
Jordan.
a gnarly mustache or if it's a shap. No, it's a gnarly creeper stash, like super creeper stash. It's no fun.
Yeah, we had to shave for work, so.
They're not allowed to have beards, but they're allowed to have mustaches, and so he would rather not be babyface, so he does what he wants.
Decided to be a creeper instead.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got that in there. My husband is about as slow as a cutter of chicken as I am, so I'm not getting very far. He doesn't look 12, but I mean, it's almost worse. I feel like he looks older and creepier, and I would rather him look my age than what he looks like this.
Oh,
So,
come on.
I am going to grab another pair of scissors and hope that this goes a little faster, because I know what I should do. Let's look what the next step is before I get my hands completely dirty with chicken. Okay, so we did that. We put our chicken and our cornstarch, salt, pepper in a bag. We tossed it until it was well coated. We're gonna whisk together our eggs in a medium mixing bowl, and then we're gonna line a plate with a paper towel. So I do have my mixing bowl here, and we need 3 large eggs for our chicken. Do that. So we got this. We're also gonna line a plate with a paper towel because that's where we're gonna put the chicken after we have cooked it on our stove. This is why I always crack my eggs separate when I'm making anything, because me getting shells and eggs is normal. Jordan, how are you? I saw your daughter's room you've been doing, and it is so cute. Bree, I mean, you can say it. Jordan says you're a sexy man, bear pig.
Oh, that Jordan.
Good, Johnson.
What's up, buddy?
But he just redid his daughter's room and got her a cute little bed frame and stuff. It is adorable. I want an adult size of that bed frame.
Nice
Okay.
work, Jordan.
So we are going to whisk our eggs together, get out a paper towel and line your plate with it. And then we are going to arrange everything near your stove so that it's nice and close. We're gonna fry the chicken on the stovetop in a large deep skillet, or wok with warm vegetable oil over medium-high heat until a flick of water sizzles on contact. That's super specific. So I'm going to shift you this way a little bit so that you can see me at my stove. Jordan waved. and said thank you. Remember, your oven needs to be preheated to 400. We are going to do half a cup of vegetable oil. That doesn't seem right. Let me double check here. Half a cup seems like a lot for this recipe, but I am gonna double check.
Cutting all that fat off.
Yeah.
Just looking for something to steal.
There's nothing cooked up yet.
Let's hope for some raw.
Sorry.
For some cheesecake.
Got that raw chicken?
Cheesecake.
Whip in a bowl or something.
And we're not doing desserts yet. My brother's over here creeping around for something to snack on. He heard cheesecake and got hopeful that we had cheesecake over here. Okay, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. That's what we need. Yeah, let's try 1/4 cup. And if we need more, after we do a batch or two, we can always add more. I just didn't want it to be super crazy oily. So 1/4 cup. I almost broke my own rule, you guys. Vegetable oil goes in a liquid measuring cup. I almost did it wrong myself. I do have a bigger skillet than that, so you kind of want the oil to just cover the bottom of your pan. That's the most important thing, so that your chicken has the oil to cook in. I think we were hopefully almost done cutting up the chicken. I'm gonna toss the new pieces of chicken really fast. And then what we are going to do is we are going to, once your oil is hot enough, you are going to transfer your coated chicken that's in your bag or your bowl. Sounds good, Andrea. You better come over. You're going to transfer this chicken into the bowl of eggs and toss it well. And then you're going to use a slotted spoon, which I never found where mine went today. My husband was awesome and did the dishes, and my spoon disappeared. I bought it especially for this recipe, and it doesn't exist now. So
I swear I didn't have it.
I wouldn't doubt it that the cats knocked it off the counter and took it away. So you're gonna use a slotted spoon to scoop your chicken out of your egg wash and kind of shake it out. You don't want a whole bunch of eggs, because obviously eggs in a frying pan, it'll just fry eggs. You'll just have kind of scrambled eggs in your pan with it. So I learned that the hard way the first time I did this recipe. I did to shake off the eggs, and I had a bunch of egg inside of my pan. So everybody, hopefully your oil is getting up to heat. Again, it says to just flick some water at it, and if it sizzles, then we are good to go. So let's see. Not yet. We've got a little bit to go. Medium-high heat. Hi, how's everyone doing today? We have a little less viewers today, so it must be everyone that voted for the chicken decided not to make it. I don't know. So once the oil is hot, we're gonna transfer our chicken to the skillet in an even layer. Then we're gonna cook 3 minutes per side until a crust forms and the chicken is a light tan color. The chicken will not be cooked all the way through. It will finish cooking in the oven. When chicken is done, remove it from the skillet and put it onto this plate with the paper towel on it, and then to drain off all the excess oil. Then we're going to transfer it into a baking dish. So I'm going to grab my baking dish out. Hopefully I can find it. I am concerned my husband took my glass baking dish to work with the enchiladas, and it did not come back home. So, hi Larry, how are you? Huh?
You want it?
No, it's all right. It's in his vehicle, but I did buy these earlier in the week, so I do have these disposable pans, which are going to be work perfect, especially if my brother or Bree wants to take any home today. So, our oil is starting to snap, crackle, and pop, so I'm going to grab this. We're gonna grab the chicken. My husband is almost done. So I'm gonna toss it one more time and then we are going to get cooking. So I'm gonna take it. I am going to, I don't wanna get my hands super chickeny right now, so I'm gonna take them with my slotted spoon. I am going to mix it up into my eggs. And then we are going to, don't forget to shake off that excess egg. We don't want a bunch of scrambled eggs in our pan with our chicken. So we're gonna stick it in here. I'm gonna do about half my chicken, hopefully, and then I'm gonna have my husband add about 3 more eggs to this bowl after I get some of this frying in the pan. So we're gonna toss it around until the chicken is all coated. You don't wanna see any dry spots from the cornstarch. So toss it around. Then we're gonna do just a little at a time. We're gonna shake off the excess egg and be careful, do not splatter yourself, and throw it into the oil. It needs to be a little hotter, but we are good to go. So hopefully you guys are getting your chicken in there. Don't forget to preheat your oven to 400. Get that going. Once the chicken is in your pan, kind of use whatever utensil you've got going to separate the pieces out so that they aren't all attached to each other. And give them some room to cook. I'm gonna keep going. Sounds like everybody's having fun in the living room. I appreciate my husband taking some time to help me. I would still be cutting chicken, and you guys would probably be pretty bored by now. But I've got about half of my chicken in my pan. I'm gonna get it all cooked up. Don't forget to separate out the pieces so that they're not all cooked in together. We're gonna do about 3 minutes on each side. So I am going to start my timer. I'm gonna grab a couple more eggs out of my fridge so that I can cook up my double recipe. Buddy Fisher, thank you, I appreciate it. Hi Lexi, how are you?
Where do you want it?
In the bag is fine. Gonna add, for my double recipe, I'm gonna add a little more egg to my bowl. Get it mixed up. Because I am doing a double recipe. Everybody don't forget to get your 13 by 9 pan out, your baking dish. How is everybody? What are you doing tonight? How are you? If you're not making dinner with me, what are you and your family having? I mixed this up with, there it is. Lost my whisk for a second. So my chicken is busy cooking. Okay, got that. All right, is everybody's chicken getting good? It's starting to smell good. I got my brother starting to lurk in the kitchen again. Hi Ella, how are you? Doodles is sad she couldn't watch today, but I get it, life is busy, life is hectic. I am gonna add more cornstarch since I did only use the 1 recipe's worth. But so we'll do that. We have about a minute left on our skillet, and then we're gonna just flip our chicken over. Like I said, the chicken is not gonna be cooked all the way through. Hi Chrissy, how are you? It's not gonna be cooked all the way through. We're gonna scoop it after the second side of 3 minutes. We're gonna scoop it and stick it on a plate with a paper towel on it to drain off the excess oil. So it's almost time to flip it. Got about 40 seconds left. perfect. A nice golden crust is forming on it. Be careful, you guys, with your hot oil. You don't want anyone burning themselves. Make sure your kiddos aren't hanging around because it will splatter as you go to flip them. Get some light around here. There's my timer. So we're going to do about 3 more minutes. Can't get that one piece to flip on me. Here we go. Like that. Make sure it's all in one layer so that you don't have chicken sitting on top of each other not getting cooked all the way through. I have one stubborn piece of chicken that does not want to flip. There we go. So make sure it's all in one layer. There we go. We're going to do another 2 minutes or so. I've been flipping for about a minute. You just want a nice golden brown crust on your chicken. That's what you want to see. Hi Doodles, you can make it. Hi Jono, how are you? Thanks Larry, I appreciate it. So I am, like I said, I'm doing a double recipe. So I am going to take the time right now to throw the rest of my chicken into my egg wash. If you haven't done it already, please cover a plate with a paper towel so that when your chicken is done in the oil, you can set it on the paper towel and kind of drain off the excess oil. Hi, Jono. I don't know if I already said hi, but hi. Hi, Ashley Olsen. How are you? All right, I'm gonna have to rinse off my slotted spoon because right now it's not so slotted, and I'm gonna have to make sure all that egg isn't on there. So we got about a minute left of our chicken on the stove. Keep an eye on it. You just want a nice golden brown to your chicken. We have chicken for days at my house, so hopefully everybody is hungry. So, I'm gonna do this. Get my slotted spoon opened back up so that it can drain off the eggs. Gonna mix this around a little bit to make sure if you're doing a second batch of chicken too, make sure that you mix it around. There's no white, dry cornstarch spots in your chicken. You want it nice and coated. You got chicken stuck. All right, we're gonna take our chicken off of this and put it on a paper towel. Get it on there, get that excess oil dried off. Okay. I am going to do a second paper towel just on top and give it a little press so that both sides get dried off all the way. While that's happening, while you guys are pulling your chicken off of your pan, I'm going to heat up some more oil so I can do my second batch of chicken. So we're going to set it on this plate. We are going to drain off the excess oil. We are then going to add our chicken to our 13 by 9 baking dish. Please be careful, your chicken will still be hot. So do it with care. Transfer it. I am going to do the best I can, kind of break the chicken back up that cooked together at all so that the sauce can get on all sides of the food. What's going on, everybody? Rory?
Yep.
Everything okay?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Kind of got wild there for a second. Oh, he was excited. My 4-year-old played Mario Kart for the first time and just got first place. So that's exciting. We don't play video games very often, so he must have been super excited that he got to play and he won. So that is good. We're gonna transfer all this chicken over. Just make sure, like I said, no big chunks of chicken so that every bite gets coated with the yummy sauce. So if you're doing this and you're not doing a double batch, now is the time that you would add your sauce to the pan. So I'm gonna add about half of my sauce and get this chicken nice and coated while I wait for my oil to heat back up. So we wanna just kind of toss it around. This sauce will thicken and kind of caramelize as you bake it in the oven. Once we put our chicken in the oven, we're gonna make minute rice, fried rice. I have never made fried rice before. I am using the kind of the cheaters version because I don't have a rice cooker, never have tried one, and I do have minute rice, so I'm gonna do that instead. So I'm gonna just put this off to the side for a second. If you are done with yours, you've coated it with the sauce, you just wanna put it in the oven on 400 for 25 to 30 minutes, stirring halfway through to ensure that it cooks evenly. When the chicken is done, it should be cooked all the way through and the sauce will thicken and turn into a glaze coating the chicken. Not sure what's happening. My youngest is upset about something, but I don't know what it is. Kingston, do you want to come cook with me? So I'm going to add my chicken to my pan again if you are making a double batch like me. Remember, shake off all your excess egg. Looks like my 4-year-old is going to come visit me in the kitchen with Auntie Bree. Hi, babe. Can you turn around to the camera and say hi?
Hi. Hi.
This is my 4-year-old, everybody. This is Kingston. He's wearing his Halloween jammies. Trying to patiently wait for dinner. Mom's making yummy chicken.
Yeah, I like that kind.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody else come and do it.
Oh, looks like Grayson wants to check out the chicken too.
You want to see? Look. See the camera? You wave. Say
Let's
hi.
see if anybody's saying hi. Oh, Ashley Green says hi. Hi, Rye. Drew says hi. Dom's watching. Say hi, Kingston. Hi, Bree. Ashley Green says hi. If you're doing a double batch, put it on 2 to 3 minutes in your stove. Hi, Rory. Hi, Grayson. Doodle says, remember, if you did a single batch, then you just put your sauce on. This is what it'll look like, cooked and coated in the sauce, and you will pop it in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. You will try and toss it halfway through, get it nice and coated. The sauce will turn into a nice caramelized as that brown sugar heats up. Here in a second, once I am done with my second batch of chicken, we are going to make yummy fried rice. So I hope that goes well for us. What we can do actually while we're waiting for that is we can get our 2 cups of water, or 1 cup of water, 1 cup of rice. I am going to double my recipe with this as well, but you do not have to. So 1 cup of water, you are going to boil your water and then add the rice. Stir it up so all the rice gets wet and put the lid on. You're basically going to follow your minute rice directions. Boil your water, add the rice, stir, cover, and remove from the heat. So that's what you are going to do. Like I said, I'm doubling my recipe. So I'm going to do 2 cups of water, 2 cups of rice. We're going to start that. I'm going to start flipping my chicken. Let's do what I did last time. Okay, yummy, yummy. everyone doing tonight? If you're not cooking with me, what are you cooking for your family? Mine is wild and crazy today. It comes with the territory of being a mom of 2 boys, and my husband is home from work, which is always fun and exciting for them. Uncle is over here playing with them, so they get to be wild and crazy boys when everyone is over here hanging out. So if the noise is too loud, I apologize in advance. All right, make sure your chicken is in one layer so that it all gets nice and cooked up. I'm gonna set my timer for 2 minutes again because I was tossing for about a minute. All right, do your 1 cup of water. If you're doubling your recipe like me, 2 cups of water on your stove to boil. Once it boils, we are going to do our 2 cups of rice and cook it. So, got this chicken cooking up good. I'm going to try and break apart some of the chunks of chicken so that they get nice and cooked on all sides. All right, got that going. How is everybody? Hi Travis, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I've gotten quite the mess in my kitchen right now. I normally clean up as I go, but I wanted to spare you guys the cleanup. So I kind of just let it get crazy and wild and messy and clean it up when you guys are all off enjoying your dinner. So we've got about 30 seconds left on our chicken, on our stove. If yours is already in the oven, just ignore me and wait for your water to boil for our fried rice. Yeah, so we do, I'm gonna rinse, I'll do a cup right here. Cup of rice. You'll also need your frozen vegetables or your fresh veggies that you picked for your rice. Yeah, I do have a whole team. Hopefully, yeah, once their bellies are full, they'll still want to clean up. All right, so my timer is up. I'm going to transfer all of this chicken to my paper towel to soak off the excess oil. We just don't need all that oil once we throw it in the oven. So we will do this the best we can. I'm just throwing chicken everywhere. It's hot, so I'm trying not to burn myself. If you are done cooking your chicken, just remember to turn your pan off. We don't need the heat anymore while we're trying to get the chicken onto the paper towel. It smells really good, but remember it is not cooked all the way through, so please don't go throwing a piece of chicken in your mouth. It will still be raw, and it will not taste as good as it smells right now. So, we got this. Transfer that to the paper towel. These last few pieces just don't want to come. I'm just throwing them off the plate. Okay, and I'm going to grab another paper towel and put it on top to kind of soak up that extra juice. All right. So we got that all drained off. I'm gonna add this to my pan. And then I'm just gonna do the best I can and just pick it up and roll it onto the thing. There we go. That was quick and efficient. My dog got a little snack on the floor apparently. All right, pour the rest of the sauce all over. And then I'm gonna toss it one more time. Make sure all the chicken gets a nice coat of the sauce. and throw it in the oven. It looks like my rice water is almost boiled. So if you are on that step with me, we are almost ready to put our rice in our pot. We're going to cover it with your lid and we are going to remove it from the heat. So if you have a pot holder set off to the side, if you have one of the pot stands that you can use, if you have a paper towel or a washcloth, just set it on it if you do not have a heat safe countertop. All right, I just want to make sure all that chicken is nice and coated. This is what it'll look like. Nice and yummy. I am going to take a paper towel, wipe the bottom of my pan off since my counter was a little oily. Okay, so I'm gonna open my oven. Please be careful when you open your ovens, especially at 400, it will be hot direct on the face. Always open your oven with your face away from the oven. Slide it in on the middle rack and set your timer for 25 to 30 minutes. We are going to toss it halfway through. So if you prefer, I'm gonna set mine to like 17 minutes so that I remember to, that's too much. I don't know, 20, let's do 12 minutes. And then I'll be able to toss it when I get a chance. So I'm gonna stick all of my stuff off to the side. My water is boiling. Hi Meg, how are you? I'm gonna add my 2 cups of rice. If you're doing 1 serving, you just need 1 cup of rice. Remember, you're gonna add the rice. You're gonna stir it around so that all of the rice is saturated with the water. And then you are going to put your cover on and remove it from the heat. So let's do this. I'm gonna toss it around. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna remove it from the heat, and it says wait at least 5 minutes. Well, we will probably have more time than that to wait while our, hotter. Let's do that. Get it out of the way for a little bit. I am going to move you guys closer, hopefully. I'm not sure how well that's gonna work with my cords and my microwave being in the way. Okay. Doing good, learning a new meal. Yes, hopefully you enjoy this and your family will enjoy it. So, we have our rice cooking 5 minutes. We have boiled the water, we add the rice, we saturate it with the water, we turn it off the heat, we cover it and wait 5 minutes. We will have more time than that while we're making our fried rice. So, our next step in our fried rice, place cooked packed rations while rice is finishing. Heat our vegetable oil in a skillet over medium heat. So we will need a tablespoon of vegetable oil. And we've got them in the cupboard. Let's see. Tablespoon of vegetable oil. Okay. Like I said, I'm doubling my recipe. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons over medium heat. Hopefully you guys can see me where my camera has had to end up. So 2 tablespoons over medium heat. All right, so we have our vegetable oil in our skillet over medium heat. We're gonna add our garlic once it's, we don't wanna add it until it's warmer. So we're gonna wait for that oil to heat up a little bit, and then we're gonna add garlic, vegetables, salt, and pepper. I did a frozen vegetable medley. The one I was able to find at the grocery store is as close to fried rice veggies I could come up with. I am going to pick out the green beans out of it because all I want is the corn, the carrots, and the peas. I don't really want anything else. So I'm going to be kind of silly and pick and choose what I want, but I am going to grab a small bowl, pour it in there, and kind of take all the green beans out. I just don't feel like that needs to be in a fried rice. So, waiting for our oil to heat up, kind of swirl it around the pan while it gets warm. We're gonna need a cup of our fresh veggies or frozen veggies, a tablespoon of garlic, veggie, salt, and pepper to taste. So salt and pepper it the way you would like. If you like pepper and somebody in your family does not, you can always salt and pepper it after you make it. I usually use pepper, but I'm not a huge salt person. I think we were supposed to, I was supposed to bring the soy sauce up to boil in my pan, and I totally forgot to. So we'll see if this messes it up, but we need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce in our fried rice. So I'm gonna lift the lid up really quick. I'm gonna add the soy sauce in there, stir it around, and just hope I didn't mess it up. I probably am gonna get a little bit of a different effect with not having it in the boiled water, but that's what I get for trying a new recipe and not reading it all the way through. So I'm gonna stir this around. Forgot I doubled it. Bear with me, guys. I don't know, for whatever reason I'm super nervous tonight and it's making me mess up. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna cover it again. All right, our oil has got to be hot by now. I'm gonna use a tablespoon of garlic. I am doubling my recipe, so I am gonna have more garlic than that. My minced garlic, I just use this jarred kind. It's a time saver, a lifesaver. Some people say that fresh is better. Some people will swear by this jarred stuff like I do. It just is not the easiest for me to keep garlic on hand. It is not the easiest to chop it up. So this stuff is easier. So we want a tablespoon of garlic, and then we are going to add our veggies and then salt and pepper. So I'm just gonna throw these green beans out really quick, get them off to the side. Then I am gonna get a cup of these veggies on the stove. So throw these green beans out. I think it would be weird to have green beans in fried rice. So we just want a cup. I am doubling my recipe, so I do need 2 cups. We're gonna do that. How is everybody tonight? I feel like everyone's kind of quiet tonight. Maybe people are busy. Maybe their team is playing football. I am just gonna put the rest of these vegetables in. That's about 2 cups for me. So it says over medium heat, we are gonna add the garlic and the vegetables and the salt and pepper. So, like I said, I'm not a huge salt person, especially because we're gonna have that soy sauce in there. So I'm just gonna pepper lightly over it and call it good. We've got medium heat going. My vegetables were frozen, so it did bring the skillet back down to temperature. So I'm just gonna wait for it to get back up again. So we are gonna saute for 3 to 5 minutes until the garlic begins to turn golden brown. But like I said, since my vegetables were frozen, I am gonna wait a little bit before I start the 3 to 5 minute timer. We've got about 4 minutes left. You may have less time than that before your chicken needs flipped in the oven if you started baking before me. So feel free to stop right now while the vegetable and garlic are cooking and toss your chicken in the oven. You want it to be nice and coated in the sauce. You want it to cook evenly, so just give it a nice toss. Get that sauce going. It should be starting to thicken up and turn into a glaze. My skillet is starting to sizzle again, which is a good sign. So after all that is sauteed, too hungry to talk, right? If only. I have so much food coming out, you guys. It's kind of sad there's not more people here to eat. So you guys are always welcome to come hang out, come eat, come talk. I think it would be cool if I had people sitting here at the bar talking and having a good time, drinking some wine or whatever. So, once our garlic turns golden brown, we're gonna crack an egg directly into the skillet and scramble it with the vegetables and the garlic. When the egg is cooked, we're gonna pour the finished rice into the frying pan. I did have somebody reach out to me earlier in the week, and she did recommend that if I was making the rice ahead of time, that it's better fried rice. If you make it ahead of time, like a day ahead of time, and then put it in a sealed container in the fridge, and then add cold rice to your frying pan after you've cooked your vegetables, she said that it stops the rice from getting soggy. So I'm hoping that we're not going to run into that issue today, that it's not going to be soggy. But if we do run into that issue, if you do see that issue and you want more of a fried rice with the harder granules in it, that's how you would fix it. You would make your rice a day ahead of time, put it in the fridge to cool, and add it to a hot skillet that way. So, got my garlic and my veggies are cooking up. My garlic's starting to really let off some fragrance and start to turn nice and golden. Got about 2 minutes left before I need to flip my chicken in my stove. So looks like my rice is getting nice and cooked. How is everybody? I've got 13 viewers. I know Meg is here. I'm not sure who else is still hanging with me, but I really appreciate everybody that stepped out and watched my show today. Eventually, I hope we get up to 25 viewers, and then I'll do a giveaway. And it'll be really exciting because there's 25 people. Your odds are really, really good that you would win something. It's super awesome. So, keep an eye on your skillet. Make sure your veggies and your garlic aren't burning. Get them nice and cooked up. Remember, we're looking for our garlic to be a nice golden brown. If you put your chicken in when I did, it's about time to give it a nice flip. So, I am going to do that. Remember, when you open your oven, please open it with your face away because it is 400 degrees coming out of the unit. You can really hurt yourself without paying attention. My dogs have learned their lesson to back away from it as well. So, we're going to do this. If you can see, the chicken's getting nice and yummy. I'm going to toss it around, resaturate it with the sauce. Like I said, it's 400 degrees, so it's pretty hot in here. We're going to toss it. It's looking super good. All right. So that was 12 minutes. We want to do it for, I think it says 25 to 30. Yep, 25 to 30. So I'm going to do another 13 minutes and see what the chicken looks like. All right. So, my garlic is getting a nice golden brown. Hi, Grayson. Bye-bye. Yeah, you're watching my show on the phone? All right. So, what we're going to do, I'm doing 2 eggs because I am doubling my recipe. I'm going to just make a nice hole in the center of my pan. And I am going to crack my eggs. Like I said, I don't ever trust myself to crack directly into a pan because of the shell. So if you are like me, crack your egg to avoid any kind of shell disaster. There we go. And then you want to wash your hands off if you get messy. You don't want any egg contamination. And then we are going to scramble our egg up into our veggies. Get nice and yummy. Get it nice and scrambled up. I'm just throwing food today. My dogs are loving me. So we're going to cook this up. It's going to say it takes about 2 to 3 minutes to really scramble the egg in with your vegetables. So get that nice and cooked up. Meg, so if we do a giveaway at 25 people, 50 people, 75, it's always going to be kitchen related. My first winner from a couple weeks ago, he got collapsible measuring cups and measuring spoons. My dad won last week or this Sunday. I got him really cool handheld meat shredders, and I will post a picture on his Facebook in a little bit. He's not very Facebook savvy, so he sent me a picture of them. He lives in Houston, so I will post them on his Facebook. It's usually going to be food related, kitchen related, restaurant, gift cards. I just am kind of just switch it up so that everybody gets something really fun and exciting if they win. It's okay. You work so much and you miss the post. It is okay. I repeat myself like a crazy woman all the time, so there is no problem. I can tell it again. I always want it to be food and kitchen related. I want it to be fun. A fun apron. Like I said, a restaurant gift certificate. Like if I find out where somebody lives when they win, I'll find a restaurant in their area and give them a gift card for it. I was able to find some really cool kitchen gadgets on Amazon for super cheap. Just little tokens to show my appreciation for people coming out and supporting me. My main thing, I want people to come to me and tell me what days work best for them, what time work best for them, so that I am way more, it's going to be easier for me to hit my goals. Obviously, if I'm coming on at a weird day and a weird time, I'm not going to hit my goals as easily. Where if you guys tell me, like, as a whole, maybe I should make a poll or on my Facebook, like what day are you free for dinner, or what time works best? Because I know, I'm in Central Time, but some of you aren't. So sometimes I'm cooking dinner too late, or sometimes I'm cooking it too early. I'd like to change it up. My family's super flexible. I'm super flexible. So I just want what works for people, and I want the best turnout. So that's awesome. So I have cooked my egg completely. It says pour the finished rice into the frying pan. Stir the rice and veggies and garlic until any excess water from the rice evaporates for 2 to 3 minutes, they assume. So I'm going to take the lid off of my rice. I'm going to stir it around a little bit before I throw it all over my stove. Before I throw it into my fried rice. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of make a little hole for it because I got a lot of rice going in, and I am going to do that. Remember, we're working on like medium to high heat, so we got it in there. We're gonna stir it around, let all that water that's left from the rice evaporate. Smells so good. All right, you guys. So, I have about 8 minutes left on my chicken in the stove. And I have like 2 to 3 more minutes of my fried rice to get it nice and cooked up. I've never made fried rice at home, so I'm super excited about this. They make it all the time in front of me at the hibachi place, but making it on my own has kind of been exciting. It looks super good, and the fact that it was minute rice, and because I don't have a rice cooker, but I love fried rice. So this is fun and exciting for me to try something new with you guys. I hope it works out for everyone that's cooking. Aunt Sheila, I hope that you were cooking with me. If you didn't make it tonight, I understand, but you did pop on earlier, and I'm not sure if you are still there. So I'm going to toss it around. All right, that looks good. My next giveaway I'm going to do beside my live video is when we hit 750 likes and follows on my page. So please go on my page, and there will be a button that says invite your friends. There's a way to invite everyone on your friends list, or you can invite one by one people who you think would really benefit from this show. People in your life that always talks about, wanting to learn new recipes but doesn't know how. Anything like that. I appreciate anybody that you guys invite and ask to follow. If you guys, just grow this community with me, I just really appreciate it. And by showing my appreciation, I I want to do a giveaway at 750 likes and follows. I did one at 250 and I did one at 500. So I'm just going to keep up with increments of 250. My live views will be in increments of 25, 25, 50, 75. I just want to show my real appreciation. It's you guys that will grow this dream with me. And I just want to show you guys that I really, really appreciate it. You're going to do it again. Well, actually, lucky for them, if you've invited them already and they didn't decline it, you can't invite them again, because I have invited all of my friends and not all of them have accepted, but I can't ever invite them again and bother them. So lucky for them, unlucky for you, but I appreciate you blasting it out again. I really do. Hi, Tiff. How are you? How are you doing? How have you been? I know it's lame, Ashley. I'm sorry. But hopefully, your mom watching, is that what you're saying? Hi, Candy. How are you? All right. So my rice is all cooked up. I'm going to pull it off of the burner so that it doesn't keep cooking. I have about 5 minutes left on my chicken, so I'm going to pop it open and kind of take a peek. Hi, Jessie. How are you? Sheila. Oh, it's okay. You got home too late. Well, we'll be able to tell you if it worked out or not. This is my first time making this fried rice. So if it's a complete bomb, I'll let you guys know. If it's really good, I'll let you guys know. I know I'm excited for these new recipes. I really want to kind of branch out and open it up. I have noticed that I've made just 2 chicken recipes. So I did try to make a pork recipe the first week, but it just didn't win in the polls. So I stuck with chicken. I am really open. People have been sending me some really neat ideas of like appetizers and snacks. Please do that. Feel free. I've got a lot of guys out there that are sitting at work going, hey, this looks really good. This looks really good. You should make this. So I might pop on this weekend or next week and make like a really yummy appetizer. Like I said on my last show, there was this yummy recipe my friend sent me, and it was like bagels, open-faced bagels with like spinach artichoke dip on them, baked in the oven, and they looked phenomenal. I did actually have Marie in here earlier helping me dice up the chicken, but my biggest secret is giving them a snack to eat while they wait for dinner. So I cut up some strawberries, raspberries, and some kiwis, and so that kind of keeps them out of my hair, because usually once the smell comes, they come into the kitchen. It also helps that my husband is home and can preoccupy them. Last week he wasn't home, but my friend Bree was super awesome and came over and kind of was just there if they needed anything. They did really, really well last week, kind of just sat and watched movies and hung out, and she kept them occupied, and then they came and hung out with me once the food was all done. So yeah, see, and my brother came in here looking for food and nothing was ready yet, and he was super bummed. He heard me talking about cheesecake, and so he came looking for some cheesecake, and there wasn't any. So Kingston came in here a little bit ago and said that he loves it, so I'm assuming he's going to eat it with us. My kids love fried rice. If nothing else, the fried rice will be a hit with them. Like I said, for some of the kids that want to eat it, you can change the recipe a little bit so that it's not as spicy. Cut down on the pepper, cut down on the red pepper flakes. And honestly, with the buffalo sauce and the brown sugar, it really, really, really helps kind of counteract that buffalo sauce. So just in case it is a little spicy. But it is super yummy. I have only 2 minutes left, and then I get to see this yummy chicken. Hi, Roxy. How are you? Rusty, how's it going? I'm sad I don't work up at the bar anymore. I don't get to see you and your wife play pool. So I miss you guys. I miss all my Lucky Strike friends and family. It's kind of been, we are not working there, and I don't go out and drink or anything, so I don't ever get to go there. So that's how it has been. So I've got my fried rice here. I'm going to peek in on the chicken. Again, when you open your oven, please, please, please be careful. It is 400 degrees, cooped up in a small space. Always open your chicken away from your face. Oh, I mean open your oven away from your face. I think I said chicken. Thinking about this yummy, yummy chicken. So your sauce should be getting nice and caramelized. I'm going to put mine back in for a little while. I think it's got another, I'm gonna add another 5 minutes to it. I'm waiting for my sauce to go from that runny heated sauce, and then that brown sugar will caramelize and start to stick to it. So kind of waiting for that point. Hi Jake, how are you? Like I was saying earlier, I'll do a little recap about my page. I created this page for people that want to learn how to cook, but when it comes to following a recipe, they find it hard, or they always feel like they have questions and issues that they run into. I want you guys to be able to cook with me and ask questions and say, hey, this step doesn't make sense, or I've never done that before. How do you do that? And I want people to feel free to open up like that. My friend Ashley is a huge, example of that. She doesn't really bake that often, so she's really branching out with me and learning how to whip cream by hand and what stiff peaks forming with whipped cream really mean and what it looks like. And that's what I want this to be about. I want us to all come together and learn some cool tricks of the trade. It was really awesome when that lady reached out to me a couple of days ago, giving me a little heads up about the fried rice, that if it comes out a little soggy, that the best way to cure that is to make the rice ahead of time, a day ahead of time, refrigerate it, and add cold rice to the skillet with your veggies and stuff. So it's stuff like that. I want to grow and learn as a cook and a chef too, and that's what this is kind of about, sharing my recipes and my how-tos with my family, how I keep them fed. I have a husband that loves food. I have 2 kids that absolutely love food but have completely different appetites than the normal kids. You know, they like chicken nuggets, but they don't want them every night for dinner. So I do have to branch out and get experimental, and I want to be able to show some of those meal ideas to you guys that have really worked in my family. So that's kind of why I've decided to do that. And with you guys, how much you guys have shown support, I want to always show it back. So I do giveaways for how many likes and follows I have on my page. I've done a 250 likes and a 500 likes and follows. So 750 will be our next one. The last time I checked, we were at 630, so we are getting closer. I also want to do a giveaway for like 25, 50, 75 live views. On Sunday and I think last Thursday, I got pretty close with 20. Today it's kind of slow and quiet, which is okay because I was super nervous anyway. Will I be making holiday or Christmas cookies? I can definitely give you some, Meg, when I do make my holiday stuff. Yeah, like I said, my main thing I want to do is because my mom kind of asked me, well, why don't you show the giveaway prize before people win? Well, I want to pick it based on who wins, and that might sound weird or picky, but if it's somebody who's close to me, yeah, something cool, like something that I actually bake given to them. Where if it's somebody like my dad who's all the way in Texas, I had to pick something that I could have shipped to him that was cost effective for me. So I could definitely do something like that if somebody were to win a giveaway that lived locally to me and they wanted to pick a recipe of their choice that I could make. I would love to do something like that if they were into it. Maybe give them a choice. Say, do you want a gift or do you want food? And we can maybe do it like that. I probably will do some holiday stuff, maybe scotcheroos, maybe haystacks. There's a lot of really fun holiday cookies and treats that are pretty easy to make and throw together. My mom makes a really yummy no-bake cookie and things like that. So, no, buying from the store. They do have some good bakeries here around town that make some nice specialty items, but when it comes to some nice home-cooked baked goods that you get in Ziploc bags and those cute little Christmas Tupperware things, you just really can't go wrong. So yes, when I make my batches of holiday stuff, I will make sure that I message you so you can get some. I have chatted enough. I hope that everybody enjoys their firecracker chicken and their fried rice. I'm about to pull mine out of the oven. I will plate it up and post a picture for you guys. When I do that, when I post a picture on my page, that is your invitation to make this dish and post it too. Post it in the comments. I want to see how it turned out. I want to see if your family liked it, if it was too spicy, if it was too bland, if it needed a different side dish. I kind of want that post of how mine turned out to be an invitation of how yours turned out. So thanks, Ashley. I appreciate it. I really do. Our fried rice is done, and my chicken has about a minute. So I am going to pull it out. I'm going to show it to you guys all done in the oven, and then I will let you guys enjoy your family time and dinner. So again, I can't say it enough. When you open your oven, please, please, please don't have your face near it. You will hurt yourself. Make sure none of your family is nearby. Make sure if you do have dogs or animals that they know to back away from the oven. I'm going to use 2 hands to get this out because I do have 2.5 pounds of chicken or 3 pounds of chicken in here. So here we go. Let's put it here so you guys can see it. Let me swipe this. You're welcome, Meg. Thank you for asking all the right questions. I really appreciate it because if you don't ask, somebody might not, and they still have the same question. So yes, Meg, hope you catch me more live. I'm trying to kind of mix up the schedule and see what works best for people. So we've got Thursdays and Sundays. I might start doing like a Monday or a Tuesday for like appetizers and snacks. So I am going to pop you guys off of here and give you a live shot of the way the chicken has out. So this is it. It is nice and cooked up. The coloring is a little weird on my phone, but it is kind of like a soft red color, orangish color. So I'm excited. Here's our fried rice all made up. Super excited. It looks just like the picture, so that's exciting to me. I appreciate it, everyone, and I am going to plate this up and serve it to my family. I hope you guys have a good night. Bye.